Where has all the coolant gone?
Hello folks, it's Sunday right now, and as you can see, for me, it's somewhat early, kind of, considering I've been working my tail end off for the last couple days on this car. I wish I had more things after this, but I really don't. Just look at this. You still can't see in here. I need another light, like over there or something. That way everything's just lit up. I don't know. But, can you see this one? Not really. I don't know. Kinda hard to see things. I don't know. I don't know if it's actually that dim or if it's just the camera, but I don't know if you can tell, but man, I like the look of the wheels. I do. Wheels make me happy. But so I'm back down here in the garage. This early in the day, it's actually not too bad. It's not quite comfortable, but there's a couple things I want to address. One is that if you stand right here, well, that's not a good section to test because it's shadow casting from the morning. But if you come over here and you put your hand like right here, that's like 90-95 degrees. It's uncomfortably warm. Up here not so bad just because it's probably where the shadow's casting. You come down here, it's hot. I mean, this whole thing is hot, and you can feel the heat radiating off of this and coming in. So I was just looking up a couple things. Home Depot sells an insulation garage kit for pretty reasonably priced, like 60 to 80 bucks or something. But basically it's just foam panels that just kind of sitting there. Thinking about it, because at that point I could almost run air conditioning, other than the fact that you could see some light up here, and there's a little bit down there. But either way, I'm sure maybe I could rig something up to just keep the air from going out. Even still, if I had a draft, I'd be happy. But then again, it also comes down to what do you do with the exhaust of the air. But so today I'm trying to address some things. One of the things is the overheating. So the first thing I've done, this is the only thing I've done right now, is when I look down at this bottle, it doesn't look like a whole lot. I mean, it's got a little bit in there, but I can't see. Oh, let me grab my light here. Okay, so you can see the coolant is at the max line in the main, but when you open this, what?
Where has all the coolant gone? And it's fresh, whatever is in there. So that's the thing that makes me go, where's my coolant? And is it leaking? Do I have a bad radiator? What? But from what I could tell, there's no leaking of coolant anywhere. So that's a perplexing question. But nonetheless,
Needs coolant.
Needs it bad. So I'm gonna go get some coolant. And I kind of figured that this might have been a thing, just because I don't get heat if you're idle. And I figured, okay, maybe it's low in coolant. But yeah, there's like none. Like nothing. There's nothing here. I'd have to find my other hoses, but yeah, there's no coolant. Or not enough coolant. So
Now that I know this,
I immediately need to go to the store and get some coolant. So we're going to go to Walmart. We're going to get some coolant and some other things. I got to go to Walmart anyway, so let's go get some stuff and start with that. Bothers me there's no coolant. So I went and got oil and coolant, or well, I got oil, coolant,
to fix the or the cooling problem. I also got a filter, drain pan. What else did I get? Windshield washer fluid, just because I don't have any, and it's kind of annoying not having any when you need it. But it's a bit warm, at least the car is. So we're gonna give that some time to cool down. In Arizona, nothing cools down, especially at this time of year. Everything's starting to get warm.
There's a way to get the family together.
Everybody knows where he's located. It's one of those things you've heard those commercials. If you live in Arizona, you've heard those commercials on the radio for so long. There's no question where Shanko is. Scottsdale Road in Tacoma, 1 mile south of Bell Road. Open weekdays till 8, Saturday and Sunday till 5. We're online at shanko.com. I could definitely feel heat coming out from the the fenders and whatever. So obviously still hot, but we got 5 quarts of the this is just some Valvoline synthetic 5W30 high mileage. Seeing as I'm about 170,000 miles, I may as well start putting good oil on it, as opposed to just straight conventional, which is what I've done in the past. I got 2 gallons of Prestone for the coolant, or for the temperature. What we'll do is later we'll jack this thing up, put it on stand so that the radiator's at the highest point, or the fill point is as close to the highest point as possible. I'll do that. Check that, but one of the things I need to check is apparently on these guys, come on. There we go. So apparently, up under here, there is, and I ain't gonna be able to see it from here, I don't think. Anyways, so on the back of the block, where the filter screws in, there is a cooler, and that cooler has it's like a sandwich, right? So your filter screws onto this threaded pipe that is like, the threaded pipe goes into this block. It's a round block, matches about the same size as the filter. That screws in. Well, there's coolant lines that go into that. So the idea of it is that, from what I've read, is that if you have coolant leaks and or you have oil leaks, chances are it's coming from that, because these things, apparently there's a gasket that goes between the block and that cooler, and that gasket is prone to failure. Not necessarily in a bad sense, but enough to cause leaking or whatever. And seeing as I got a leak here, obviously the radiator has it cracked, because I would be having more problems than just cooling under basic stuff. I'd be seeing steam and whatever coming out. If it was a water pump, I don't know how it would, if it was an oil pump, I don't know how it would, not an oil pump, but a water pump. If it was a water pump, I don't know how it would ever stay cool. And then if it was lines and stuff, I'd see leaking it, well, providing there was fluid. But either way, we're going to fill up the fluid later when it's not so freaking hot in here, because right now this thing is just baking everything. So a bit on the extreme side, if you ask me. Yeah, so I'm going to go play with some other stuff to see if I can make my stereo a little bit cooler. And once that's cooled down, I'll be back, but it'll be a while. So it's about 6 o'clock, and it's probably fairly warm in here. It's not comfortable, or it's not blistering hot like it was yesterday, but it's still not something you want to be in for hours on end. But we're gonna put some coolant in the car, see how much the radiator takes. I don't know how empty it is, so a bit concerning. Alright, so it's showing full, but we gotta get the thermostat to do its deal. So let me grab my keys. We'll go open the garage. Trying to keep it from
leaking everywhere. We're making it worse. Now it's just getting everywhere. The fact that it's moving, I think it's moving, I can't tell. It went down. Sure we did. Let's see where we're at on temp.